It was a day of truth and advocacy. On the 6th of August 2026, the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, NUP, Anambra State Council held a press conference at King David Hotel, Regina Shelley Oka. Addressing the media, the state chairman, Comrade Dr. Anthony Chukwuemeka Ugozo, spoke on the harmonization of pensions in Anambra State while also highlighting progress, challenges, and key demands of pensioners. He commended the Governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, for clearing the 2022 billion naira gratuity arrears from 2016 to 2020 and for increasing the monthly pension to 10,000 naira in October 2024.
The struggle
continues. In Anambra State, it is on record that the 5 years arrears of gratuities 2016 to 2020 inherited from his predecessor, His Excellency Chief Dr. Willie Obiano, amounting to 22 billion naira, has been successfully cleared by Mr. Solution Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo Sharimambam. It cannot be overemphasized that the 10,000 naira pension award to all pensioners by Mr. Governor on 25th October 2024, when he realized that most pensioners in the state receive less than 1,000 naira as their monthly pension. Besides, the NUP made Mr. Governor understand that the least paid pensioner receives 333 naira 45 kobo only as her monthly pension. Sequel to the above, the Solution Governor, Professor Charles Soludo, immediately gave an award by fiat of 10,000 naira to all pensioners with effect from October 2024 on the interim, pending the pension harmonization and implementation of minimum pension of 32,000 naira. 3. Anambra State government impression that the 10,000 naira award by fiat is harmonization of pension. Undoubtedly, both mentioned pension award cannot be seen as approval of pension adjustment in line with salary reviews for improved welfare as canvassed by the government of Anambra State. Since salary review is a constitutional and establishment matter which happens every 5 years, but the state government continues to ignore that. The Federal Republic of Nigeria Constitution 1999 as amended states in section 2103, in quote, pension shall be reviewed every 5 years or together with any state civil service salary reviews, whichever is earlier, end of the quote. The state government does not look at this section of the Constitution. Hence, there was no review of pension for more than 20 years. As the last state pension review was on 1st May 2000. The federal government of Nigeria had taken steps as a rule to remit federal shares of pension to teachers that retired from the service as at when due to various states of the federation, including Anambra State. Consequently, Congress requests for the payment of arrears of 11 months pension owed some primary school pensioners from 2002 to 2003, amounting to 490,184,626 naira 58 kobo. The arrears were approved for payment since 2014, and the approval is in the custody of the Joint Accounts Allocation Committee, JAC, waiting to be disbursed to the beneficiaries. Furthermore, the NUP, Anambra State Council, wrote a letter to the Speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, Oka, reference NUP/ANS/36/20 35, dated 9th February 2024, and received by the Office of the Speaker on 16th February 2024, demanding payment of 11 months pension arrears owed some primary school pensioners. The House of Assembly held a meeting on 2 occasions with NUP leadership, officers of Local Government Pensions Board, and Joint Accounts Allocation Committee, JAC, during which the State House of Assembly confirmed that the money is domiciled in JAC office and yet to be disbursed, to be paid to the concerned pensioners. Some pensioners are earning less than 1,000 naira. And that's why we gave the governor the information that the least paid pensioner receives 333 naira 45 kobo per month as her monthly pension. It was in the face of that that information that he awarded 10,000 naira, so that nobody will talk about 300 naira.
They don't even consider it as a priority. I know pension payment is under the first charge of the federal government, but they don't consider all those things. But rather, they prefer paying contractors and other things where they have some compensations and all. Pension payment should be taken back to first charge. That is what is the constitution.
That's one. Is the willingness, the heart to pay, the will to pay.
The ability to
they are able to pay, but they don't want to pay because of the fact that they know that pensioners cannot give threat. They cannot go on strike. Are you going on strike? Are you still working for the government when you are a pensioner? What threat will you give? Unless you give threat of hunger strike. And the hunger strike is detrimental to the health of the
Current pension is not less than 150 something thousand, but there are still those ones that are earning just 800,000, which is far below their counterpart at the present dispensation.
It's a very demoralizing sector because we just don't know our stand. ABS, we work like other workers and retire after 35 years of service or 60 years of age. But unfortunately, we are being treated as if we are not part of Anambra State. ABS is the only mouthpiece of the people and the voice of the state. ABS has been covering events of the state, but unfortunately, we are not being taken serious as deserved. Without pension, there will be no gratuity. Yes, our gratuities have not been paid since 2017. Till date, no gratuity has been paid to any ABS retiree. Totally about, the estimation is about 150 million, but I know it is more than that because every year people keep retiring. The government is to assist us and do what is needful. Anybody that works needs his gratuity. Gratuity is the only bulk money that any retiree will lay hand on to start a new life. Surprising that as I'm talking to you now, 22 months after, that 10,000 naira has not been given to any retiree from ABS. And these are people who have very great need for this money. People have been dying, people have been hospitalized. We had a case of one of our presenters, George Edwards, who has been on sick bed for over 7-8 years now. He's still on sick bed at Onitsha. You can verify. I believe if that 10,000 times 22 months are given to him, it will go a long way to solve his health predicament.
I was the APC chairman, name was that, but I retired because of what he did for me. So, from Anzozo to my age, I started the room. Post teachers to the primary schools and secondary schools. Because of that. I am what I did for teachers. The hacking children what in of me with 1996, I was the new teacher man for 1996. Then they were own teachers, transport and the rented. It would take 500,000 bribe. I said no, I will not take. That must be paid to the teachers. The accountant in our management meeting said that I will die within 2 months. I asked the education secretary, saying yes, within a month I will die. They said to me, it's all right. What I have to tell you is, within a month, if you don't leave this office, I don't, you know that I am not a civil servant. Before a month, now, after the meeting we had in August 2022, headed by Honorable Emeka Afoka. Emeka Afoka told us that he has seen the box up of the money, that he will see the government to tell him what happened. Since then I don't know the people who came to the house. After talking, I didn't say, it is check. Look at after 2 months, I went to Oka. They did not allow me to see the government. This one I give you now. I went with the one army. This one is the sample for the government. He is the person that mentioned that they will sample. They stamp it, and up till now the money is not paid. I am appealing to the governor, please. Let him pay us this money. And then call Emeka for if he didn't know the president. Let him come and tell the who owes the money. That if the money will not be paid in some months. In my own local government, they are 68. The one, the money is only 8%. So let him try and they are dying.
The chairman also announced the commissioning of the new Pensioners Legacy House in Abuja, named after the national president, Comrade Godwin Abomisi. I am Ogwocho Chukwuebuka, reporting for Double Blog TV.